Hey, I'm Bryony Kennedy, the founder of Adorn Cosmetics, and today I want to talk to you about the importance of preparing your skin so that your makeup looks and stays on all day. Now, what I would like to start with, making sure that you've got a really nice clean base. That doesn't mean you necessarily have to use a cleanser of the morning. Maybe you would just like to use a warm waffle cloth, but definitely make sure that you've cleaned up any residue makeup that maybe you didn't take off successfully the night before. So one of my favorite tips would be to grab an earbud or a cotton tip and then just use a little bit of your rose water or something similar and just use it to clean up any of the underneath excess mascara or a little bit of eyeliner or maybe some eyeshadow that hasn't successfully come off the night before. By doing that, when you get to applying your foundation or even an under eye concealer, you're not going to have that product mix with that little bit of black or brown, which then of course is going to go a grey, which means you're going to actually go against what you're trying to achieve, and that is cover up your dark circles like mine. So again, the tip is to make sure you've got clean skin and you've also cleaned up any residue makeup. Now you're ready to get started with some of your preparation products. And the first one that I would recommend is spritzing your face with some rose water. The reason for that is that the rose water is going to help hydrate the skin, and it's going to allow all of the other products that you pop on to penetrate a little bit further into the skin's layers for more plumper looking skin. Now, if the skin's plump and hydrated when you're applying your moisturizers, serums, and your facial oils, not only is it going to soak those products in, you're going to find that your makeup goes on a lot smoother. Okay, so spritzing on your rose water. And then I love to put a little bit of the vitamin C serum. If you don't have a serum, you would just go straight to your moisturizer. Now, if you really wanted to, you could spritz again over the top of your serum to really help that penetrate. Now, I have got my chest covered up today, but I definitely always prepare my skin, including my neck and my décolletage. So if I had more of an exposed neck, I would definitely be putting those products on there also. Of a nighttime, I'm always putting my night creams and night serums on my neck and my décolletage. Now, the next product that I would put on is one of the day moisturizing primers. So there is a brightening option and there is also, of course, the hydration option. There is other products that you could use to prepare your skin as well as a moisturizer, but for this one, I'm going to use the Hydration Plus. I just feel like I need a little bit more plumpness, a little bit more hydration, and my skin's just feeling a little bit more dehydrated, so this particular product is perfect for that. Whatever it is that you choose, a moisturizer is the next step. And what I recommend is, of course, popping it all on your neck, décolletage, and your face. If you've got an oily skin and you are planning on using the products, putting makeup on your eyes, so you're wanting to use eyeliner, you're wanting to put eyeshadow on, then don't put your day moisturizer around your eyes. So again, if you've got a more of an oilier skin or you find that your eye makeup doesn't stay on very long, then a tip would be to avoid putting moisturizer in this area. Use your eye cream or your night cream of a night time to moisturize that area, but don't do it during the day. That'll just make things stay put that little bit longer. Now, regardless of what skin type you are, there is a beautiful facial oil to suit you. And what a facial oil does, which is very different to a moisturizer, which hydrates, a facial oil helps to protect the skin. So it works in synergy with your natural oils or your natural sebum, and it helps to protect, fight free radical damage, and it also is an antibacterial. So don't think greasy oil, not at all. Not all oils are comedogenic, and in fact some are actually really quite porous. So jojoba oil is one oil that we really love in a lot of our formulations, and for the daytime, as I said, there's quite a few different facial oils to use, and I definitely recommend popping a small amount onto your face, neck, and décolletage. I always love putting a bit on the backs of my hands of all of my treatments. So all of my day treatments, I always include the backs of my hands. So even if it's a serum, I just quickly put a bit on. If it's the moisturizer and the oil as well. Now, noticing I'm missing my eyes, I am putting it a bit into my eyebrows though, because I find we can get a little bit dry and a bit of dry skin in there. And so the oil I've put everywhere but this part, okay? Even behind your ears, earlobes, and again, what's left, I'm just rubbing those beautiful ingredients into my fingers. Now, if you are having an issue with your makeup or your foundation base sitting on the skin well, it could be that maybe you need to wait a little bit longer for that, for all of your preparation products to soak into the skin a bit longer. If you don't have that issue, then just pop your foundation on straight away. So usually I find people who've got more of a dry or dehydrated skin or a normal combination skin can usually put their foundation on straight away. If you've got more of an oilier complexion, I find waiting for your products like your facial oil and your serums and moisturizers, just let them settle into the skin for maybe, say, a few minutes, even maybe 5 minutes, and then push your foundation on. You just need some time for that product to soak right in, rather than when you put your foundation on, disturbing it, and then you can get that separation sometimes with your foundation products. But again, if you've got a drier or more dehydrated skin, you'll probably find not allowing the oil to soak in too much is your better option, because when you put your foundation on, it's got the flexibility of the oil and it will help that foundation look more skin-like. So hopefully those little tips help you out with the most beautiful skin preparation for the most skin-like, best coverage foundation that you can get. Also, preparing the skin is going to help with things like fine lines, deeper lines, large pores, and of course dry, flaky skin. If you prepare your skin properly, you'll find that whilst those things won't go away, they will definitely diminish. So a fine line or a deep wrinkle won't be as deep because you've moisturized and nourished it. So it's going to, rather than be this deep, it might be this deep, which is going to, of course, allow your foundation to sit on more evenly and look more skin-like. So again, it's really important to prepare your skin properly. And quite often I find that whenever someone's got an issue with their foundation or with any of their makeup products, no matter what brand it is, it's usually because of the preparation beforehand is either not adequate or it's not right for that foundation. So if you are going to work with some really oily foundations and you've got an oily skin type, for example, you might want to skip the facial oil and maybe just use that when you're using a liquid or maybe even one of the loose. So it's really just finding what works with you and of course what routine works for you as well. One of the other products that I love is using our Soothing Barrier Balm. It comes in our large size and of course this handy little travel size, and I always put some on my lips when I have put my facial oil on. I do rub the facial oil and my moisturizer into the lips, but the lips are a very different structure to the rest of the skin on your face, and you'll probably find that's why they're always dry. So that is a really good tip to just pop on to help with any of that dryness, so that when you get time to apply a lip gloss, you could do it straight over it, or if you're wanting a lipstick on, I would then wipe off any residue, put your lipstick on, and it's not going to look as cracked. So I hope you love all of these tips on just a very basic skin preparation. Work out what is going to suit you. There's different moisturizers, different facial oils, of course, and different serums for all different skin types. There's samples available, so try some samples first if you're not too sure. And again, just work out, do you need to wait a few minutes? Can you put your foundation on straight away? Everybody's different. Skin is the biggest organ, as you probably know, that we have on our body, and it's very different for everybody, depending on your environment, what age, what kind of hormones you've got happening at that particular time. Are you in heating? Are you in cooling? So it's going to always change, so your skincare should always change with it.